I'm a hot girl, I do hot shit. Finish income on my outfit.
Despite the fact that our culture is constantly shifting in who we generally seem to consider conventionally attractive, I still think that there are a few key archetypes that remain consistent in our modern day understanding of who the hot girl is. And I am going to attempt to recreate this aesthetic today. I've never really felt that comfortable and in command of my body in a way that the conventional hot girls do. So this will be a fun little experiment, along with a good old YouTuber transformation, talking a little bit about what it means to be conventionally hot.
Hey girl, what's up?
Alrighty, since I can have instructions on the products I'm using on screen, I'm going to take this time to talk more about the hot girl trope. I want to make it very clear that when I say hot girl, for the purposes of this video, I'm not saying that this is the pinnacle of what hotness means or what it should mean to others. I'm referring to an aesthetic, energy, and a way of physically representing oneself that's conventionally seen in media that I think a lot of artists and celebrities have popularized recently. Some examples include Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and for better or worse, the Kardashian-Jenner family. Because as much as I pretend to ignore that family, their influence has really shaken fashion and beauty in more ways than I'd like to admit and that are far beyond my control. I also want to know that this current way of representing the hot girl has been spearheaded by powerful black women and unfortunately tends to result in a lot of non-black women capitalizing on appropriating the physicality of black women. This is not at all my intent in this video, but I think it's something that we should be very aware of and actively work against. Anyways, when I talk about the classic hot girl I see on Instagram, I think of a trendy, confident woman that could slice me to shreds with her coffin acrylics. And I imagine she doesn't give a about what anyone thinks about her, and she commands her femininity and sexuality with power, which is something I've literally never even thought to do. I was curious, so I actually looked into the origins of using the word hot to describe general attractiveness like we do today, and it dates back as far as 1385. When an English poet and author, Geoffrey Chaucer, used it to describe a man's heightened sexuality. But even previously, it was used more generally to describe passion, zeal, enthusiasm, etc., which I think is fitting because hot girls are passionate, they go after what they want, right? And I was thinking back to why I've personally never been able to identify with this trope of the hot girl as represented in pop culture and the media. And my initial explanation was that I never felt comfortable in a lot of clothes that were considered trendy, and as a pretty modest, awkward person. But even deeper than that, I think I felt like I never really had permission to fully embrace being feminine, which I know is a loaded word, like what is femininity? But I've always sort of wished I were comfortable with the idea of enjoying putting effort into how I looked, into being a woman in this body I live in. Especially as growing up, practicality was a prized attribute of ambitious, successful people. So seeking attention based off looks was a sign of insecurity, and natural, effortless beauty was the pinnacle of what it meant to be attractive. So anything extra or that required effort or that seemed synthetic was seen as a sign of frivolousness, which is super annoying, because obviously that mindset contradicts a lot of the now hot girl tendencies. But also, that mindset created a weird expectation that I needed to conceal putting effort into how I looked, which is exhausting. I mean, suddenly I was a secret agent of not having eye bags after pulling an all-nighter to do an econ assignment or whatever it might have been. So now, as I get older, I recognize how much joy I get out of aesthetics, art, fashion. I realize more and more that it's not a bad thing to enjoy putting effort into how I look when it's coming from a place of love for myself, not looking for love. And adding things like falsies or whatever isn't because I hate how God made me and I want to hide my face, but because it's fun and that it can be a way to enhance not just my natural beauty, but exude a different type of energy, which is, I think, a large reason why I wanted to attempt this challenge, this transformation in this video, to see whether I could potentially fit into this aesthetic that I see other people enjoying and appreciating, and whether my insecurity or my fear of attempting have been because it's genuinely not me or because I'm worried about what other people think. So I'm just excited to see what it feels like to be a hot girl. Anyways, this has been quite a rant, so let's get into the hair. I know curly hair isn't necessarily a pinnacle of this aesthetic, but for me, with flat, stick straight hair, I figured it'd be nice to change things up, add a little volume. For my outfit, I see so many girls wearing these little bandana top things. I just wanted to try it. Honestly, it was very uncomfortable. I feel naked, like I could just accidentally expose myself at any moment. How do people wear this in public? Like, I do not understand.
I wanna know what you're thinking, so drink it up.
I haven't done all my fingers and I'm already regretting this. Also, yes, I put another shirt on because the scarf kept falling down because I have no boobs. This is like a video game where it gets progressively harder because every time you add a nail, it's so much harder to do anything. So this is like the final boss, is putting on this last thumb. How do I hold anything? Every nail is on! Look how crazy this looks. It probably doesn't actually look that crazy, but to me, on my body, this looks like it's someone else's hand. My first time using stick-on nails, and for anyone interested in some cute colors or shapes, Static Nails has a lot. Not sponsored, I just got an Instagram ad for them, so I bought them. Everything's gonna be ASMR now. Oh my gosh, Sean's calling me my boyfriend. Hello, I'm doing my hot girl video.
Nice.
I look really different right now. You wanna see? Ta-da!
Oh, wow. Lashes. Nails.
Look how crazy they are.
Oh, wow. You look like you belong in LA. Just added some highlights to your hair. Most people would not realize that that's not like your normal.
I know, because some people do this for like normal stuff. That's what
Yeah, like a lot of people. That's awesome.
But anyone who knows me, I feel like, is gonna be like, what happened? Alrighty, the final challenge of this transformation is to do a hot girl activity, which I figured was a photo shoot because all the hot girls I see are like on Instagram. So, oh my gosh, I'm so scared to go outside. I'm gonna go to my roof. I'm gonna try to choose the most stereotypical hot girl poses I can think of. Mind you, I've never done these before, so I'm gonna look really awkward. No one's even going with me. I'm just gonna be alone outside with my tripod, but I'm so nervous to like be outside my bedroom.
Making money like a
Okay, you've made it out to the light of day. This photo shoot experience was honestly fascinating because as someone who never ever tries to be sexy or to look sexy unless it's in a performance for a dance or something, it feels really weird, and I realized how uncomfortable I was with trying to look a certain way. So I think it was a really good experience to push myself out of my comfort zone and to acknowledge, hey, like, I can look a certain way and pose a certain way, and it doesn't mean anything about my personality or my values even. It's just a way of physically representing myself. The funny thing about a lot of this is I have no butt to show off. Okay, I've taken so many photos of myself and I don't think I'm gonna like any of them, but you know, it's okay, it's all part of the process. This has been a very enlightening experience. I'm gonna go inside, get into something that is not drenched in sweat. Oh my gosh. Wait, some of these turned out not bad. Some of these are really bad. Alrighty, y'all, here we are back again. Obviously changed out of my very sweaty scarf. All in all, I would say it was a very fun experience to be able to try on something that I would never wear in everyday life, and also just like try to live in that character and just embracing every part of the look, all the effort that went into it, knowing that it's like definitely sexier than how I dress in ever. I don't know, I think that is the thing though, where it felt like I was a character and it just didn't feel like me, but I enjoyed it like a lot. I think the hardest part for me of like really settling into this persona of like being the hot girl is really just like the physicality of like wearing an outfit like that shows off what little curves I have, that shows off a lot more skin. I don't know, I think it was really good for me though to try to do something like this, of like dressing like someone or something that I've always wanted to try. I don't think I'm ready to like wear a look like this out into the real world yet, but perhaps maybe I'll move to LA and reach my final form. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first time I've ever done some sort of transformation like video like this, so if you want more, please feel free to follow, give this video a like so I know that you like it, and if you have any thoughts on like the common tropes or ways that like the hot girl is now presented to us in media in the modern day, which let me know. Would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna go put on some deodorant because I'm so disgusting. Love you guys, Jesus loves you, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Ow! Oh, like a fuzzy little caterpillar.